Each had a very blessed Independence Day weekend. Apostle, yeah, you may be seated. Thank you. Before Apostle Bird comes up this morning, he asked me to talk a little bit about our nation's birthday. I'm sure you guys are all familiar with the term American Exceptionalism. You guys have heard the term American Exceptionalism? Sometimes I hear that term, and I think it's taken a little bit out of context, and oftentimes it evokes an emotion that I think is off from its true meaning, maybe even borderline on inappropriate. Sometimes they'll refer to American exceptionalism because the might of our military. They'll even say it because of the wealth of Wall Street or even the technological innovations of Silicon Valley. And oftentimes the emotion that comes from that is boasting, arrogance, even prideful. But I want to spend a couple minutes to really ensure we each understand what makes this nation exceptional. And it can be found in the Declaration of Independence. Our birth certificate, 249 years ago this weekend, it was voted on and signed by 56 brave men. In the second paragraph, it says, "We hold these truths to be self-evident." Self-evident means it's not up for debate. It's like the existence of gravity. It is known. Self-evident truths. And the next line sent shockwaves around the world. And what was already in motion, it really fueled a series of events that enabled us to eradicate slavery. It says, all men are created equal. Created equal. That we are endowed by our Creator. Creator is spelled in the Declaration with a capital C, because we all know in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, everything in between. He created man. And then it says that we are endowed by our Creator with certain, not uncertain, but unalienable rights. Unalienable, there's two facets to that definition of unalienable. One of them is they are our rights and they cannot be given away. They cannot be alienated. Unalienable rights. The second piece is that they cannot be taken. No one can lay claim to them like a lien. They are unalienable. They are ours. Every single human is born with unalienable rights. And it says among these, not the whole list, but it says among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And the very next line is often missed. Everybody ends it there when they talk about it. But it's a term referred to as the proper role of government. It says, and to secure these rights. Which rights? Are God-given rights. To secure these rights, to protect these rights, governments are instituted among men. That's the reason why government was created. Our government was created, is to protect our rights. It then says, deriving their just powers, not unjust, their just powers by the consent of the governed, by our consent. The moment before the Declaration was voted on and signed, the hierarchy was God, kings, man. And when they committed treason against the king, they flipped that. They said, God, man, God gave man rights, and man created government. Why? To protect our rights. A treasonous act. So, question for you. Do Germans have natural God-given rights? Do Pakistanis? Do Israelis? Palestinians? Iranians? Canadians? Mexicans? The answer is yes. Every single human being on earth created by God has natural God-given rights. The only question is, do we live in a country where we have a form of government where the purpose is to recognize those and then to protect those? That is what makes us exceptional. And in the declaration at the end, it says, with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we pledge our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor. And then they fought a 7-year battle, a 7-year war against the world's mightiest military, and won. And then formed a constitution with that purpose. That is what makes us exceptional. And the emotion that it evokes in me is one of being humble and gratitude for what they did, the sacrifice they made, and ever since then, the fight and the struggle to continue to recognize and protect our God-given rights. To me, that's what American exceptionalism is. Would you all agree? All right. Amen. Thank you.